The following program is a West Tennessee PBS special presentation made possible through the generous financial support of viewers like you. Please visit westtnpbs.org and make a donation today so that we can continue to make local programs like this possible. Thank you.
For the last 10 years, the city of Jackson has been celebrating the diverse backgrounds of residents throughout West Tennessee. Hello, I'm Julie Cook. On this edition of Tennessee is Talking, the topic is the Jackson International Food and Art Festival. Born of a series of community meetings in 2013, the festival's goal is for Jackson's foreign-born citizens to share their history, art, and culture with their fellow Jacksonians. Let the conversation begin.
That's so cool.
And then that's when I said that.
The problem with that idea is...
Wow, that was amazing.
Then I came up with a solution.
What was that about?
Here's what I think about it.
Now we're talking.
West Tennessee PBS presents Tennessee is Talking. Let the conversation begin.
Thanks for joining the discussion here on Tennessee is Talking. Hello, I'm Julie Cook. For the past 10 years, the Jackson International Food and Arts Festival has been spreading cultural awareness, promoting cross-cultural engagement, and celebrating the diverse backgrounds of Jackson residents. Here to tell us about the event are executive co-chairs Eduardo Morales and Dr. Sandra D. Thanks for joining us. This year, the festival is extending 2 hours, and there's a very special event at the end of the day. One of you would like to tell us about that.
Yes, because this is our 10th year anniversary. We wanted to thank the community for supporting us all these years. So we're going to have a special concert by an ABBA tribute band called ABBA Fab. So you should party as if it's 1979.
We can do that, I think.
I know.
I think. For those who aren't familiar, and you all and I have talked to you all for several times over the past years, and just the story of how the festival got started. I know there were just a small group of you, and now it's grown, and the festival started downtown. Now it's moved out to the Jackson Fairgrounds, and it really has grown, but it's been a very collaborative effort from the start.
Yes, I can tell a little bit about it. You know, when we started, we was invited to a committee at the city of Jackson. That was a Season of Unity committee. And from there we came to this idea, saying, why we don't do something a little bit bigger than just having the meetings? So we get together, and then we decided that let's do a festival, like a multicultural, festival where we can invite all the diversity of cultures around the area, and it's how we started. The first year it was very interesting because we didn't know what to expect. So we danced
trial
ourselves.
and error.
That's right.
We
yes.
performed ourselves because, we might not gonna have enough performance. We don't know if people is gonna race straight to be a vendors. We don't know if people is gonna show up. We was very kind of skeptical, but we did have like 2,000 people, I think, at the very first year. Mm-hmm. It was kind of success. So we was excited, we was happy, and it's how we started. And now we are on the 10th. Yeah.
To add to what Eduardo has mentioned, we were invited to be part of the Citizens Commission of Unity. In fact, that was actually started by the previous mayor in order for us to think of a way how to make Jackson a better place to live. And that's what he said, doing an international festival wherein we celebrate the diversity of what we have here in our city. We connect with different people, different cultures. And by doing so, once we understand and know more about these different cultures, we begin to promote unity because with this, it enables us to share our history, our traditions, our culture. It's actually promoting cultural awareness or cultural sensitivity is how you would say it these days.
Yes.
And unity.
And right. And I think that's, I don't know if most people are probably aware of the number of different cultures that there are right here in West Tennessee.
Yeah, that was one of the interesting questions, like people start asking how many cultures do we have around here, in Jackson? Back in, there was one time when Mayor Gies, he said there was something like 130 something, but I'm not very sure exactly, around West Tennessee, like 135 or something. So it could be, but we are not really sure. But in the festival directly, either performance, food, or just visiting, we probably have every year about 70 to 80 cultures, different cultures.
And the parade, because
In
that's
the
a
parade,
big
the
draw.
food vendors, performance, or just come and visit, Yeah.
Because there are. There's always a great turnout for the parade.
Yes.
Now, are they primarily in West Tennessee?
Yeah, for the most part.
Grand Parade of Cultures.
Yes,
and that's
yes.
early in the morning of the festival, which is
Yes.
September 21st. So we'll be definitely looking forward to that. But I just wonder how you get in contact with all the different representatives of the
Well,
cultures.
we've been making these connections, and when we see somebody from different country, different culture, we typically invite them and say, "Oh, we have a new visitor, new resident in Jackson. What we don't have it in the festival yet." Then we just mention it about the festival. So it's how we start inviting more people, to like new people. Yeah, and some of the people, some of them they didn't participate in the past, so we try to get in touch with them, either through churches or school or just on the street, or the city, or asking friends. Say, hey, if you have a friend, who never participated in the festival and they would like to represent their culture in the festival, tell them about us, and it's how we can start it.
Yeah.
We try to connect to the different people or different cultures mainly by attending different events as well, that we have here in the city. That's the way to start it too. And like what he mentioned, maybe some friends, some neighbors, people that you don't really know. When you attend these events, then you'll find out, hey, this is somebody from a different culture. Why don't you come and join us? So it's really a year-long search, if I may say so. It's not just a one-day event. I know it's previously a 6-hour, now going to be an 8-hour event, but the work that goes into making this festival is a lot of planning, and I'd like to thank, of course, all our dedicated volunteers, because this is mainly run by volunteers. And of course, in partnership with the City of Jackson and the different corporations and businesses that support us. And of course, media, personality like you. And so it helps us with the promotion, so people will know about it, and then they would like to participate the next time.
It's been very intriguing from the start, and so wonderful to just watch it grow and grow, because I would venture to say it's probably the largest gathering of people in Jackson at one time.
Yes.
And now that it's moved out to the fairgrounds, and I'm sure you are still getting asked why it moved, but it just outgrew the downtown area.
Right.
As
right.
simple as that.
The capacity was kind of like, too much. It was a lot, and the center of downtown, it wasn't enough, big enough for us to do all this in those kind of little places there. But I want to mention something, for people who's looking at us right now, this we are talking about the International Food and Festival here in Jackson, Tennessee, which is going to take place, September 21st from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the fairgrounds.
Jackson
Come and
Fairgrounds.
visit us. And if somebody wants still to be a part of the Parade of Cultures, they still can register, and they are welcome. We have the flags. They don't have to buy the flag themselves, and so they just register and get ready, and they can be a part of it.
In the parade, I know sometimes there are only 4 or 5 people,
Right.
and there are sometimes there are 4, sometimes there are 10, sometimes there are 20.
Correct,
so
correct,
it depends on how many people the different countries
Some
can,
groups they are
can
like
get together.
100, close to
Very
200.
large.
So it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Even if it's one, they feel so proud. We've been having some cultures that is just one person, but he feels so proud, to walk with his flag, and feel free to do it. So it's very, very. I think she can mention about what's the very symbolic part of it.
Yeah, like what he is saying too, it may be just one person, or 100 people, but for you to be proud and be able to walk with your flag and hand it over to our mayors is a very symbolic gesture of a welcoming city, a welcoming place where people are, accepted no matter what, what color, what language, what religion you have. You are accepted here in West Tennessee.
Right.
So
Because
that's
neither
kind of
one
what
of
we
you were
want.
born in this country.
No,
we're
no.
not.
I've been in Jackson for 18 years. I've been in the United States almost 30. So half of my life really is here. So I've always considered Jackson home, just like where we are here.
But you are from the Philippines.
I am from the Philippines
yeah.
originally. I'm half Filipino and half Chinese, so I belong to really those two cultures.
Yeah. So now, why is it important to you then that just the whole blending of the cultures? What would you like to bring?
Yeah, for me, I think once we realize the importance of other people, knowing their traditions, their culture, actually we understand them more. They become your friends. They're not just your neighbor, but friends. Just kind of how it started. We didn't know each other. The members of the committee didn't even know one another, but through the festival, we developed long-lasting friendships.
Because a lot of people can't really imagine going to another country and whether to study, or a lot of people are alone, or some people come with their families. But
exactly that way, people who come from different countries, sometimes they feel alone. Even though they are in between people, they have neighbors around them. They still feel alone. In this way, they feel welcoming. We know each other. We kind of share my culture, his culture. And respect. That's the thing. We don't. How do you say, a point like, oh, how funny you dress, or this like that. No, we respect each other. It's part of his culture, his traditions. Yeah.
Because just in talking to someone from another country, like you were sharing a story with me, because I know you were heading home or something, and I think something about your funeral, your traditional funeral. There's something you were telling me
Before.
a few months back. Yeah.
Yes.
And just different things like that are done in so many different ways.
Yes.
And celebrating weddings, or celebrating the
Right.
Quinceañera.
That's what I was trying to think.
Yeah. Or
That's what I was thinking.
Or celebrating Christmas.
Right.
I came from the Philippines. Christmas is the country that has the longest Christmas. We start in the month of Bear, September, till January 1st.
The first Burr. Okay.
Yeah, the first Burr. So it's really in a few days,
Now, what
there'll
is
be
that?
Christmas carols and Christmas trees and everything, Christmas songs
How
in the
about that?
Philippines.
See, I
so
never
I'm
heard
proud of
that.
that. So that's something you learn from my culture, right? So that's something different. Of course, I know we see all those decorations now in the different stores, but in the Philippines, that's really pretty much standard. You hear,
And I
you
think
hear
we
all that.
have, because I want to mention some of the children's events. There are activities for children as
yes.
well. And I think there's a lot more awareness of different cultures and diversity, and starting when they're smaller, probably, to bring that awareness. What are some of the children's activities?
Yeah, I'd like to mention too that, of course, when we started, to go back a little bit, that we didn't really have a lot of children's activity in the very beginning. We had that little spot there in the Fox lot. That was the little children's corner.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and then when we started, but it grew now to them being in the exhibit hall, the air-conditioned portion of the fairgrounds. This year, our focus is on literacy, actually. So the theme is creativity across cultures, the story of you. That is the theme for the children's area, which is, of course, we have different things going on. We have a children's campground with a fake fire, of course. We'll have pop tents. We will have people reading to the children, hopefully in different languages. We will have the Wow Wagon. We also have partnership with Leaders Credit Union for this. The library, Friends of the Library. We have all our different artists there, doing creative activities with the kids. So this has grown to be one little corner in the Fox lot to a whole building, mainly devoted to the children. So if you have kids, make sure you come.
Yeah.
And this is free. We have to mention that everything is free, other than, of course, if you want to buy food.
Yeah, so people don't have to pay, to be part of the festival, to come and participate. They don't have to pay. Everybody's welcome, kids, any sex, like she said. Any
And there's not a
sex,
lot of
colors,
free things that you can
cultures.
take kids to. You take them to the park and take them to a
Yes.
few, but
Yeah.
I think it's just such a day. The music and the dance, and of course we've always worked the stage, and I want to talk about the entertainment too, because there's just so much flavor and so much just the scents and the colors and the costumes and just the mixture. What are some of the? I mean, I thought the entertainment throughout the day was just wonderful last year. It was so captivating.
Yeah, every year we try to make it bigger and better, as we say. And for this year, since it's a special year, it's the 10th anniversary. We already mentioned that the finale will be a 90-minute show by an ABBA tribute band. But throughout the day, starting at 10 o'clock till about 4 o'clock, we have different performances of other cultures as well, local talents and professional performers. We will have performances by the Lee's Golden Lion and Dragon group
That's
from
always the
Houston.
highlight, yeah.
And they'll be coming from Houston. In fact, this group is 50 years old. They just celebrated their 50th anniversary, and they are fantastic performers. They have performed for the Houston Rockets, performed for Disney, so that's fantastic.
So the dragon it's probably about what, 30 feet? I don't. How,
yeah,
how
yeah,
long
it's
would you
like
say it is?
maybe, I don't know in terms of feet, but it's like 20 people just to do the dragon, and then we'll have
the
the
inside of
lion,
it. Oh, yeah.
and the
It's
lion,
pretty-
of course, lion. There will be, instead of one lion made up of two people, of course, it will probably 7 or 8 different ones. So they will be performing throughout the day, so people should not miss that. We also have the Aztec performers from Nashville and folkloric group, from Nashville performing, Mexican traditional folk dances. So, of course, I'd like to mention, too, we have several talented performers in the city. You have our cultural groups from India, from the Philippines, from
You
Mexico.
have the Irish dancers
Yes, we'll have the
one of the
Nigerian
studios
group.
here.
So, I mean, that's something for everybody. And you mentioned earlier, Julie, that, why is this important? I think the festival is a platform, really, for the international community to, to share their culture and history and be a voice for the community as well. I know it's just one day, 8 hours, but that's one special day. You give pride to your country and you give pride to your community, and you meet more friends. You meet a lot of people.
It's like I said, it's obviously grown in leaps and bounds every year. So there is something captivating these audiences that just come
Yeah.
and keep coming and come every year, and so many new ones come every year.
I
as
used
well.
to go to like Memphis or Nashville, to the Brazilian festival, Italian festival. They have like
Yeah.
individual,
Specific
festivals.
individual, yeah.
But now we have it here, and this is all of them together.
Yeah.
So this is an
Do you
opportunity.
think is there any
in
way to tell
Jackson.
people from out of town how many draw from out of town? I guess there's not really.
It's kind of hard to tell, but we
yeah.
know that we have visitors from Arkansas and Alabama and Mississippi.
We also want to mention that we on this next coming weeks we're gonna keep telling the people how the people is gonna get in there, because it's gonna be
Let's talk about that,
it's
because
gonna be
Yes.
crowd.
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna
know,
be
I know last year when I went out,
Yeah.
I was like, I can't even turn left anywhere
That's right.
because
yes.
I think it was backed up from the fairgrounds
Our-
almost to Court Square. It seemed
That's
like.
Our
true.
But-
police department, they're gonna help us a lot this year
Yeah.
to how we're gonna direct the traffic. We're gonna put maps, on our Facebook and how people can get in there. But we're gonna have the bus, some buses, from the
JTA,
city,
yeah.
and she will explain a little bit more details on that. So, but people can park at the city of the Civic
At
Center.
the Civic Center.
Civic
And
Center.
from there, every 15 minutes, the bus
There'll
is
be a
going to
shuttle
pick people.
running.
Yeah. So can you tell them? A little
Yeah,
bit
so
about
that will be done this year because last year we were not able to really have that implemented because of the traffic
It was
and
a problem
standstill.
you didn't know you were going to have.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
right.
we didn't know.
Yeah.
So this one day we will start doing that. About 9:45, the shuttle service will start till the end of the festival. Actually, so it's throughout the day.
So that's one good thing to know. You can go to the Civic Center,
Civic
and,
Center
park
and park
and
there.
catch a shuttle down to the fairgrounds.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
If they decided, to make it easy, not to make a line long time, to get in there, they can do that. That's an option, optional, And we also wanted to mention, since we are on the air, for all our vendors, we really recommend them and kind of require them to come and set up on Friday, the day before. Okay, we're gonna have their space ready, for each individual, vendor, so that way they can set up all their stuff, from the day before. That way they don't have to do it in the morning on Saturday, because it's going to be a lot to handle.
So how many
on
booths?
Saturday.
I guess when you say booth vendor.
Booth vendors, it's probably over 100. Last year we had almost 140, so we're reaching that capacity already. I looked at our list, but of course, we are reviewing all the vendors that applied. As what he mentioned, the suggestion is to come and start setting up a little bit on Friday so that you don't have to put, maybe not your food on Friday, but bring everything else on Saturday. So setting up your tent maybe on Friday might be a good thing. So we have that capability. We'll let them do that this time.
That is wonderful.
Yes.
I'm just so excited about it. And like I said, of course, I love the entertainment part of it, seeing all the music and just the dances and things like that. Now, I should know that you all have a Facebook page, the Jackson International Food and Arts Festival. It's under that. And the
webpage.
If you just Google that, it'll take you to the webpage.
Yeah,
too.
and we also have a webpage, www.gifaf.com, and we have an Instagram, 731, GIFAF. So all the information will be there. We've been updating all that. If there's anything like the program, the map, all those details, we're really 2-3 weeks, or we are 3 weeks away. So we'll have that once we have finalized all that. It will be all on those different platforms.
And then on Sunday, you'll go and take a nap.
Yes.
Or take a vacation.
Well, I'm
When
back
it's
to
all
work.
over.
Go back to the hospital.
Just to remind, that we're going to have two stages. One especially for kids.
True. Yes, I
One
forgot to mention
for the professional and the adults, the performance outside.
So that is new.
We did that last
We
year
did
too.
have it last year.
I was on the
but
big
for the new
stage, so-
people, because we was talking, about the stage, for kids and stuff. Yes, that's definitely one stage. But then we have the big one outside, where we're gonna have the parade cultures.
And it's under the grandstand too, so
Grandstand.
people can
So-
sit
Yeah,
comfortably
so
and
everybody
part of
can
it's
be able to
shaded.
see it. And I want to mention something that, we would like to thank, to all the people who's been a part of this festival. Sponsors like you, the people who help us as MCs, the people who come to to take a video, people who participate helping us, the volunteers, the executive community, general community, police department, sheriff department. We would
takes a
like to
village.
thank all the people, because this is a big team. And this team, what we do here is we make something really good for Jackson, to show our
We've
city
got a
of
couple of
Jackson.
minutes. Are there some sponsors that you need to mention? Because I know it takes a good deal of funding to put this all together.
Yeah, we have to thank PBS, who's airing this. Our partnership with PBS. We are very thankful because
We'll do a special program on the festival.
Yes.
Did it special programming. We have a list of a lot of sponsors. It's kind of probably hard to enumerate all of them, but you could find them in our Facebook page as well as in our
Yes.
website. We'd like to thank everybody that have been supporting us, especially the community
we didn't
as
have
well.
the list right
Yes.
now at the moment.
Well,
but
and
there
it's
is a lot.
probably as long.
But
It's a
we
very
have
long list.
It's
a
it's
long
very
list.
important to recognize people
yeah.
who do
Oh,
pour into the
definitely.
community for events like this, because like I said, I think this has to be the biggest event of the year in Jackson. What do you estimate a crowd from last year? Do you have an estimate?
The estimate last year was about 25,000 people.
Really?
From the
Throughout the
beginning,
day.
comparing it to 2000 in 2014, it's 25,000 last year. And of course, because of everybody's support, I'd like also to thank that the festival has been recognized as the heartbeat of Jackson. We have won the award, the Heart and Soul Award of the Arts, and also the best local event last year. So we thank everybody for your continued support.
Well, we are just about done. It's been so wonderful talking to you both. As like I said, I have many times, but I always love to hear new details about the festival. Eduardo Morales and Dr. Sandra D. So thank you, and we'll be seeing each other really soon. We are out of time for this edition of Tennessee is Talking, and we want to thank our guests again for being with us, stopping by and telling us about the 10th Annual Jackson International Food and Arts Festival. And if you would like to watch this program or share it with a friend, remember it can be streamed anytime on the PBS app, along with Channel 11 programs that you can also watch it on the West Tennessee PBS YouTube channel and on westtnpbs.org. Keep the conversation going by following West Tennessee PBS on social media. Until next time, keep talking, Tennessee.
Do you have a topic you'd like to see discussed on a future episode of Tennessee is Talking? Maybe you want to be a guest and have something to talk about. Send your ideas to tnistalking@westtnpbs.org. Include all your contact information and let the conversation continue.
This program you've been watching was made possible through the generous financial support of West Tennessee PBS viewers like you. Please visit westtnpbs.org and make a donation today so that we can continue to make local programs like this possible. Thank you.